Good evening and welcome back to our physics class. In last lecture, we discussed about the cardinal points and their planes. Today, we are going to extend that topic and we are going to discuss construction of image using a cardinal points. As we know, there are 6 cardinal points, from which 2 are focal points, 2 are nodal points and 2 are principal points. By using these 6 cardinal points, we are going to construct an image of any object. Okay, so let us see. Just focus on this diagram. So the cardinal points are used to construct the image corresponding to any object placed on the principal axis of the system. Okay. So if we are considering the AB is an object, then we are getting the image A1 B1 in the image space. AB is the object in the object space, A1 B1 is the image in image space. So suppose F1 F2 be the principal foci, P1 P2 are the principal points, N1 N2 are the nodal points. Means there are 3 points in pair. The optical system as shown in this figure. So AB is the linear object on the axis. Now, in order to find the image of the point A, we make the following construction. A ray AH1 is drawn parallel to the axis which touching the first principal plane at a point H1, as we see in this figure. The conjugate ray will proceed from H to a point on the second principal plane, so that H1 P2 is equal to H1 P1 and will pass through the second principal focus F2. Okay, just see in this diagram. We are drawing a ray AH1 parallel to the principal axis, which is touching the first principal plane at a point H1, and it emerges out from a point H2 and it passes through a second principal plane, or it passes second principal focus F2. In that case, H2 P2 is equal to H1 Pn. So a second ray AF1 K1 AF1 K1 is drawn and passing through the first principal focus F1, first principal plane F1, and touching the first principal plane at K1. Its conjugate ray will proceed from a point K2 such that K2 P2 is equal to K1 P1, and this ray is parallel to the principal axis. Then thirdly, a third ray A T1 N1 is drawn, which is directed towards the first nodal point N1. This ray passes after refraction from a point N2 in a direction parallel to the AN1 parallel to the AN1. Okay, means there are three cases in which initial ray is parallel to the principal axis, second ray which is passing through a first focal point f1, and in third case it touches a point, first nodal point. Okay, so the point of the interaction of any of the above two refracted rays will give the image of an object. The perpendicular is drawn from A1 on the axis, it gives the image A1 B1 of the object AB. So consider this diagram from which it is seen that the triangle ABF1, triangle ABF1 and triangle F1 K1 P1, F1 K1 and P1 both are similar. That's why K1 P1 by AB, K1 P1 by AB, this side is equal to this side. K1 P1 from a triangle F1 K1 P1 and AB from a triangle ABF1, both are same. That's why K1 P1 divided by AB is equal to P1 F1 by BF1 by BF1. But as we know, K1 P1 is equal to A1 B1 because both are parallel. Both are parallel and having same distance from the principal axis. That's why K1 P1 is equal to A1 B1. K1 P1 is equal to A1 B1. Therefore, A1 B1 divided by AB, A1 B1 divided by AB, as we know P1 F1, it gives small f1, the focal length of that first lens, f1 divided by x1, as we know the value of bf1 is x1 from this diagram. Okay, means we are getting a1 b1 divided by ab, a1 b1 divided by ab is equal to f1 x1. Further, if you consider a triangle a1 b1 f1, a1 b1 a1 b1 f2 and h2 p2 f2 both are similar because both sides are similar. a1 b1 divided by h2 p2 divided by h2 p2 is equal to b1 f2 divided by p2 f2 divided by p2 f2. So as we know, h2 p2 is equal to h2 p2 is parallel to the AB, having same height. That's why instead of h2 p2 you can write AB also. Therefore a1 b1 divided by AB is equal to a1 b1 divided by AB is equal to x2 by f2. If we see both equation, the left hand side is same, that is a1 b1 divided by ab is equal to f1 x1 and a1 b1 divided by ab is equal to x2 f2. If left hand side is same, it means what? Obviously the right hand will be same. Therefore, f1 x1 is equal to x2 f2, x2 f2, and finally we get x1 x2 is equal to f1 f2, x1 x2 is equal to f1 f2. This is the Newton's formula. This is the Newton's formula. Very, very important point from this chapter. Okay. So the derivation is derived in this way. Just try to solve. Your own by using this ray diagram. We have to compare two triangles AB F1 and K1 P1 F1. Similarly, from this from in image space A1 B1 F2 S2 P2 F2. In object space we have to consider A B F1 and K1 P1 F1. In image space we have to consider A1 B1 F2 and S2 P2 F2. Sorry, yes, S2 P2 F2. By using these two triangles we have to show that A1 B1 divided by AB is equal to F1 X1 and X2 F2, X2 F2. Then we are getting two equations. We have to compare that equation because the left hand side of that equations are same. It means what? Obviously right hand will be same. If we compare, we get f1 divided by x1 is equal to x2 divided by f2. If we rearrange this equation, we get x1 x2 is equal to f1 f2. Okay. Any doubt in this? Means in this chapter, up to this lecture we discuss about the introductory part of lens system, then cardinal points of a lens system, their planes, properties of cardinal points. It may be focal point, it may be principal point, it may be nodal points. After that, we saw that the nodal points are a pair of conjugate points on the axis having unit positive angular magnification. Secondly, we derive the distance between two nodal points is always equal to the distance between two principal points. And thirdly, we derive the nodal points n1 and n2 coincide with principal points p1 and p2 respectively whenever the refractive index on either side of the lens are same. Either side on the lens are the same. Okay. And in today's lecture, we are constructing of the image by using 6 cardinal points. Any doubt in this? Okay. Today we will stop here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in comment section. Thank you.